Namaste, I'm back with another tarot reading for you for whenever is it that you're listening to this video. I'm going to start with the Rider Waite's tarot deck. Let's see what we have in store for us to start with. We have the Eight of Cups. Cups in tarot usually symbolize emotions, and what I see with the Eight of Cups over here and this guy moving into a cave is that there has been a pattern in your life of escapism, escaping emotions, escaping things that make you feel a certain way about yourself, about your life, that threatens the entire experience of living it the way it is in a very holistic manner. Emotions are a very, very important part of our being, to an extent that they are a bridge from the body to the mind to transcend the entire experience of challenges and struggles that you face. You at this point of time are using escapism to probably escape the experience of life the way it is coming towards you. Let's see what else is the message. With the death card over here, the death card in tarot is not literal death, but it is death of a certain aspect of you that's keeping you stuck. And considering you not feeling your emotions and escaping into a cave is exactly what is keeping you stuck. So it's the death of the part of you that does not want to face your emotions. You are being pushed to being rebirthed in a space where you can truly experience the emotions that you feel in the present moment with whatever is it that you're struggling with. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is happening because it is time. It's high time for you to start learning how the entire experience of life is incomplete if that part of you which knows how to feel is not being felt. Feelings are what make us enjoy our lives the way that they are. Feelings are the feedback mechanism of this entire human experience. If you are avoiding it, escaping it, missing upon it, you will only lead to a space where you will keep on suppressing your emotions, which will then just become a blockage for you on your path towards life, only going to keep on piling up until it reaches a space of a breakdown, a burnout, where you will have to reassess and realign and rethink the way that you're living this life. Let's see, with the problem of the matter in the hand, which is our emotions, which is your emotions, how can you probably lead to a space where you're not afraid of experiencing them and living them? And what is it that is stopping you, and what is it that can make you feel safe in experiencing your emotions? We've got the Temperance card over here, and the Empress at the bottom of the deck, both symbols of very, very beautiful feminine traits of the experience of life. Feminine traits, by that I don't mean it's gender specific, it is very, very energy specific, which is the energy of the yin, the energy which is opposite to some energy that is void of feeling. Although for me, because emotions are a subtler aspect and it's a software upgrade, the way that I look at it is a spectrum or a wheel, which is like the Wheel of Fortune, that shows you different colors of your entire beingness. The Temperance here specifically is telling us that that being, those emotions, that spectrum of the seven colors is supposed to be balanced by you. It is supposed to be lived in a balanced way. If you are somebody who feels your feelings at extreme ends of extreme happiness and extreme sadness, know that this is an invitation for you to tell yourself that emotions, if they are sad and if they are negative, they can be made to be felt in a safe manner when they are felt in a balanced manner. So if you're feeling way too sad and you're afraid of experiencing that sadness or that grief, this is an invitation for you to not be afraid of that emotion, but be open to experiencing it. And what makes it extreme for your specific situation in this reading is being in that space of that negative emotion in a prolonged time period, which makes it an experience that probably you don't want to have and face, because then it starts leading your life into a space of rock bottom. That's not the truth of the situation in the matter. The moment that you tell yourself that I want to feel my feelings and I'm open to experiencing that negative emotion, I'm open for it to coming up, it will come up. And then you also know that once it's felt, you can detach from the experience of that feeling so that it does not run your life. And that's how you arrive at a space of equanimity, of balance, where that emotion does not run your life. So try to practice this process of detaching from that particular emotion that probably you don't want to welcome in your life, and change it to a space where it is welcomed. And then you detach and you move to the next experience of life, because that's exactly what the Empress is trying to tell you over here at the bottom of the deck, supporting the Temperance, that you are taken care of, you can nurture yourself, and living a balanced life is the greatest way of nurturing yourself, because you're not letting yourself go into a space where you will be hitting rock bottom. The Empress here is that mother in you that is trying to protect you. So let's see what we have here that can also help you with telling yourself that there's no need to escape. So I see the Page of Pentacles here. It's an opportunity when a struggle, when a moment of grief, sadness, negativity, something that you need to face in life, some experience that's not making you feel good arrives into your space of experience of life. It's an opportunity. Tell your mind that me feeling this feeling is an opportunity, a new opportunity for me, that I can birth another part of me from. It is so beautiful. And not only with the Pentacles, it's going to bring something positive in your materialistic life, but also it can take the shape and form of another door of your materialistic life opening for you. It can be bringing in some money for you, it can be bringing in some opportunity of work for you, it can open up the doors of probably you bringing somebody new into your life that leads to probably a relationship which lasts for a lifetime, or teaches you something in the space of friendship or romantic relationship. So just stop for a second there before you go into that cave and think about what I'm saying here. Stop. Don't go there. Come back. Sit with yourself. Breathe. Tell yourself this is just a temporary experience that I'm going to feel with my emotions. Once it's done, once I've felt it, I can wipe my tears, I can wipe my feelings away, because now they've served their purpose. I've understood the experience of my life better, the experience that I've had which has caused me this emotion better. And now, in acceptance, I will move on to what's next for me. And that's how you live it fully. Next thing, you can also tell yourself, when I detach, it's not a negative thing. The detachment is not a negative thing. The detachment is only so that you can move on to the next moment from this moment. So you're not stuck. The detachment is actually helping you be a part of the flow of nature. The sun rises, the sun sets. Never ever does it stop in one of its ways for a really long time. It's different every single day. So for you also, you need to detach so that you can move on to the next emotion, to the next color of the rainbow, to experience something else. This is just how you're giving feedback to your life of your own infinity in this spectrum, in this wheel that's going to bring you some fortune. And that's the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck that is telling you that this opportunity is for your further evolution. Something very, very positive. Another exercise that probably I can give you is something that I've mentioned in my other videos a lot. To invite emotions sometimes is not enough. It does not happen very naturally because we have not been taught how to welcome them and feel them and not be afraid of them. What stops us from doing that is our mind. So for us to drop from the mind to the heart, the one that stops us to the one that accepts us and holds us in safety, is a way to probably try it out. When you sit with yourself, a lot of times we don't understand what does it mean to sit with our emotions. To sit with your emotions would be to probably be in silence, sit on your bed, close your eyes and visualize how, first of all, you set an intention for yourself to welcome whatever is it that is keeping you stuck, whatever emotion that is you're not facing. You're in your own company, it is safe, nothing can happen to you if you feel it. Then close your eyes and imagine yourself after setting this intention that there is an elevator from your mind to your heart over here, and you imagine yourself as this little tiny being, and you're dropping from your mind that has all this chaos, all these thoughts, to the center of your heart. And when you're in your heart, you're safe. All these feelings are over here. These feelings are not chaotic at all. The chaos is over here. The thoughts about those feelings are chaotic, that are making you feel afraid of the feeling. The feeling over here is just as it is. It is not scary. This is home and this is safe. Once you're here, stay here. And let whatever that needs to arise. And if it's not happening in one go, do this every day. Once you do it every day, it will become a safe space for you. You visiting a temple every day, maybe the first day it's not as comfortable. But when you visit it again and again, you find a sense of familiarity in it that eases everything out for you. And then it just becomes your abode in the times of struggle. So just consider it as that, because you've not been taught. Maybe in the first go it might not feel like a safe space, just because it's not familiar. Now with this small little exercise, you build that familiarity. Now let's see if there is something that is blinding you about this particular emotion that you're trying to escape. By blinding you, I mean sometimes we don't see our emotions as it is, or our life experience. What I mean by blinding is that sometimes we don't see our life experience as it is because it is clouded by our emotions, because we judge our situation in a certain way, where we have a certain biases because of our conditionings, which lead us to a space where we have our emotions that create the fog of living that experience in a certain manner, because of all of this mental psyche stuff that's there, because of the emotions that are associated with that psyche. So I want to get probably a point of view about this circumstance or this experience, and what is there in your psyche that is probably blinding you for seeing it the way it is, and then experiencing it fully with your emotions, and creating a shift within you so that you can accept things better, can learn from things better. And there's this word called anti-fragility that I want to bring forth to you, that you can get back up again, but it's not only up until the point of time that you're resilient, where probably you're getting back up every single time that you fall down, but you're getting better every single time that you get back up, and that is anti-fragility. And you are an anti-fragile being. I sense that in your energies, whoever you are. So just be open to see what is blinding you from seeing the experience as it is, and moving on from there to another opportunity, another door that's waiting for you to be open. These are cards by Teal Swan. It's called the Blind Spot Oracle deck. So I really love these cards. I love Teal Swan's work. It's the first card, it's the first sigil. The way that I see this sigil reminds me of like a swan. It also reminds me of a duck. And it also reminds me of someone's belly. So maybe your emotions, you escaping them, maybe you're coping by eating things which are not healthy, which are not right for your gut health, emotional health. Relationships and experiences of life are interconnected. So maybe you're somebody who, because of this experience and trying to escape this experience, you are coping by eating things that are not as healthy for you. I want to invite you to not do that. Try to restrain yourself and make yourself stronger by not eating, and just being with that feeling of the craving of wanting to eat something for 30 seconds. Or maybe a few minutes, and you will notice a shift where if you don't give yourself that gratification with food, that emotion will come out. When it comes to the duck, I see that I really like this beautiful thing that somebody told me a while back in like a workshop, where somebody shared how a duck, its legs are moving so fast underneath the water, but on the surface it swims so swiftly. So maybe you are that somebody who subconsciously, in the space of their subconscious, is really moving fast, learning, growing, but it's all happening underneath the surface. Outside you cannot see it. So maybe you are somebody who is also, when it comes to this particular experience of your life that is causing you to escape, is just an experience that happened to you, that actually underneath the surface made you grow, but above the surface it just feels like something that did not do that, but it caused you a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, and some negative emotions. But underneath the surface, this was something that happened to you to probably shift you into seeing it for yourself as to how many miracles or how many blessings this experience has brought into your life. And that is probably something that you're not seeing because the legs are underneath the surface of the water. This is something subconscious. This is not something that probably you're aware of. That might be the reason because of which this experience happened for you. And this is not only for this experience. Most of our experiences in life happen when they're negative to lead us and push us to a better place. As a swan, I also see how this experience is making you become a swan of a person who is a beautiful creature, who just floats on the water, glides on the water. You are becoming this person because of this experience. But if you do not holistically, fully experience the emotion that is coming with this experience for you, then sadly that process will not be fully integrated into your being. So that being of the swan will not completely take form. So the invitation here is to experience it. Now let me just see what this first blind spot is already all about. Right now I just interpreted the sigil for you. So the first one is your fear. So there is some fear. There is a fear of probably experiencing the emotion. There is a fear of facing the emotion. There is a fear of, what if I feel this emotion? What is going to happen after it? I'm going to lose myself. I don't want to. Maybe you have a fear of forgetting this experience or forgiving the person, because if you do that, then probably you will feel like, um, maybe then this might happen to me again. Then what will I do? Or if you feel like you're going to forget this experience, you're going to become the same person who can probably be taken advantage of by somebody. So I don't know what your fear is, but maybe you can introspect and see what your fear is that is not letting you feel this emotion for what it is and experience the experience that you had fully in your life that's causing this trouble to you, and you're choosing to escape as a coping mechanism. So it says that the thing preventing you from clearly seeing the reality of the situation at hand is your own fear. By its very nature, to fear is to push something or someone away from you. This is why fear is the number one most isolating experiences on the planet. The more fearful we are, the more alone we are. It's important that we come to recognize what all our fears are about, in order to both understand our reaction and choose to respond to our fear instead of reacting. You are reacting in the situation by escaping, but pause for a moment and respond to the fear that's coming up. The fear of losing, the fear of facing the loss, the fear of feeling extremely broken down because you wanted the results of the experience to be something else and they turned out to be something else. It can be anything, anything. And maybe we inherit this belief around the idea of fear that we are not able to deal with certain things. Maybe you have a belief system that if I deal with this, then something will happen. Question yourself, what is the cause and effect statement? Belief systems run our lives. Our entire life can be lived in an unhappy way if we have a belief system that is creating causes that lead to effects that cause us unhappiness, that cause us from not achieving our goals and keeping us stuck in some manner, not letting us expand. These are limiting to you. So maybe analyze your belief system that you have around the fear here, that maybe if I deal with this, then that will happen. But maybe the truth of the matter is it will not happen. That will not happen. So shift your belief system. If I deal with this, nothing will happen. Only something maybe create this from a limiting belief system to a positive belief system. If I deal with this fear, then I will grow from it. This is a growth oriented belief system. This running your life is only going to lead you into expansion and growth than something that is limiting, that's something that pulls you down. So see for yourself, what is the belief system that is running for you here, that is making you feel afraid and continuing to make you feel afraid from fully feeling what this experience is here to make you feel, so that you can become that swan of an individual. This is the reading from my end to you. Please look into yourself. This is what is going to lead you from a space of confusion to clarity in your life. I really, really hope that it does. You have all the major arcana cards. Most of the cards are major arcana cards, which is very important junction of learning in your path. So please look into it. And I'm going to take out something from my fishy bowl. Fishy bowl. I do this for all my clients by the end of my readings. Something they can hold on to, some affirmation. So let's see, what does it have to say? Go on. It says, I am no longer afraid of being deeply felt. See, I love how energy works. The entire reading was about feeling. and the entire reading was about being afraid of feeling. So it says that I am no longer afraid of being deeply felt. The way that I see it is that I'm no longer afraid of being deeply felt by my own self. Why would I be afraid of my own feelings, of my own self, of my own experience of beingness in my life? Why? And if there's no solid reason, then probably just face the fear. Because there is no longer a need for you to be afraid of being deeply felt by another being, but first and foremostly, BAE, before anyone else, yourself. So just tell this to yourself: I'm no longer afraid of being deeply felt. And close your eyes and move from your mind and your head to your heart and just be there for a second, for a silence, not being afraid of going deeply into your emotions and feeling that is arising before you jump into a coping mechanism of probably distraction, of probably eating something unhealthy, of probably keeping yourself busy in your work, whatever is it that escapism takes the form and shape of. I'm sending you a lot of love, half heart, whole heart, lots of hearts.